press day at Chelsea 2010. The Eden Garden is finally ready. The finishing touches happening here. Last drink for the planted man. The BBC camera crews are taking their shots, and some of the celebrities will shortly be arriving. But the important people here today are, of course, those service users, the people from the various projects, around 500 of them, who have designed, grown and built this show garden.
Hello, my name's Paul Pulford, and my gardening group is called Grounded and Scruffy, and that's all members of Providence Row Housing Association, and we were asked to work with Eden to build this garden, and we were asked to build a garden based around the theme of wildlife conservation, recycling and the environment. It's theatrically based around a 1940s bodgers camp, and bodgers were guys, woodsmen that used to live in the woods. And there used to be millions of them all over Great Britain up until the First World War. For me, it's been absolutely brilliant, the pinnacle of my career. 5 years ago, I was living on the streets, homeless person, and I had a terrible drug problem, and I was an alcoholic, and I was basically dying. 5 years later, I've designed, grown and built a garden at the Chelsea Flower Show with my team. So it's been absolutely brilliant, and I'm just very, 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 very tired now. I've never worked so hard in all my life.
Everybody has got a tremendous sense of ownership, and it's a word which is overused, but real ownership. They're really proud of what they've done, and you can see that it's work, because when you see the crowds of people that are talking about it, one of the words which comes up the most often is authentic. It feels not like a glib pastiche of something. It feels like a piece of work, an installation that represents, yes, horticulture, yes, the regenerative power of plants and so on, but more than that, it also is the redemptive power of people working together and regaining their self-esteem. And as you know, one of the major themes last year and this year is about how actually the conditions that lead to people being homeless or going to prison are often those that can affect any one of us.
For some individuals, they'll come along and be inspired to do more. For others, they're already doing things and they'll gain further qualifications that will take them further down that road. And for a few more, we hope, there'll be some very real employment opportunities through the employers that we've talked to, through our partnership with the London Employers Accord, and through also the work that we've done with Business Action on Homelessness as well. So yes, there's this three-tiered approach, but certainly very much, this, as the programme, as the garden, it's about learning new things, gaining new qualifications, skills, self-confidence, and hope for a better life, basically, and moving on. So that's the intention, and that's hopefully what we're going to achieve here.
We've got a great team, and when all said and done, when the show finished last year, we were kind of thinking it'd be great to do it again, but it's got to be different, and you've got to move on, so we couldn't just do this again, and I'm not quite sure, to be frank, where you go from here. The biggest show garden's ever been done, 500 people, 100 different organisations, including about 30 corporates. It's a bit of an effort, and it's got to be a really compelling reason to do it next. The most compelling reason is the people we're working with. If they think and if they want and they really believe that we can go another stage further, then that's fine by me.